Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Jules and I are back out in the Coachman Travel Master and we have arrived at Burrs Country Park Caravan and Motorhome Club site. Now Burrs Country Park is in Lancashire, which is in the northwest of England, situated next to Yorkshire. Now I'm not going to say Yorkshire's better than Lancashire obviously, but to be fair, if you do come to Lancashire, it's a very friendly place and the people have a good sense of humour, so it's definitely worth coming to. Now Burrs Country Park is about a 1.5 mile walk from Bury town centre, which has got loads going on. There is the country park itself, which we're going to have a look around and I'll tell you a bit more about it. And today we are going out on the railway. Now I'm pointing up there because the East Lancashire Railway line runs from, literally you can board it here at Burrs Country Park and it goes to Rawtenstall and Heywood. So as I say, that's what we're going to do today. And we're going to go on the diesel train and then the steam train. So yeah, but a bit more first of all about the Caravan and Motorhome Club site. So Jules and I, we actually arrived yesterday, which was Boxing Day, and we're here on pitch 7. Now, as you can see, plenty of room for the Travel Master here. Pitch sizes go up to 9 metres. There's 103 pitches altogether, hard standing with electric or fully serviced. Now the fully serviced ones actually sort of curve around there and give you a really good view of the railway line. So if you particularly are hoping to get a view of the railway the trains going past, the steam trains, you might be best up that end. But pitch 7, yesterday we had a good view of the steam train coming in, so yeah, not a problem at all. Right, I'm going to leave the motorhome behind and have a wander to reception as I talk. So what do you need to know? Well, as I say, the club site, hard standing pitches, electric or fully serviced pitches. Price wise, now I don't know whether it's just because it is the Christmas period, but this is £40 a night for Jules and I, so I paid £120 and a certain number of pence, which is quite a lot of money. I think they're getting quite steep. Near to the site though, there is a pub literally within a minute's walk of the gate. There's also a coffee shop and there's an ice cream parlour called Jersey Girls. Yes, I found an ice cream shop literally as soon as I arrived and I went and tested it out and Jules got some donuts. On the site there's one service block. We'll head there next, take a look at the service block and also the motorhome service point as we make our way up to the railway station. The service block is in the centre of the site. As I say, there is just one. It's the usual Caravan and Motorhome Club facilities, male and female, accessible, laundry room and as you can see, a dishwashing area as well. So that is the main service block here on the site. Jules has been in there and had a quick look and as I say, standard for the club site. Now as we follow around this way, there's a number of service points around the site for water, grey waste disposal and chemical waste. There's a motorhome service point as well. When you get here, obviously you get your map, so you'll be able to see where that is. And that's actually just here. So at this point you'll see there's the chemical waste that I mentioned. Pretty standard as well here for the waste water and drinking water on a club site. And this one's got a little dog wash as well. So you can even wash your dog here at Burrs. So if you've been in the park and your dog's absolutely filthy, you'll be laughing. And here's the motorhome service point. So when you arrive, if you do need fresh water in your motorhome, this is where you're going to fill up. You are going to need your own hose pipe for filling up. And then when you want to dump your grey waste, the grey waste dump is this grate here. So plenty of room to get a larger motorhome in as well, which is always a bonus because when you've got a larger one like Jules and I have got, sometimes these spaces can be a little bit tricky, but plenty of room here. Right, those are the facilities. The reception area is just over there. That's where Jules and I came in. There are security barriers. You get a fob. That's a good thing about club sites as well. They're nice and secure. What Jules and I are going to do now is we're going to wander out of the gate and head off down that direction out of the club site and we're going to go and find the train station. So you and I shall find that together. So let's venture off the site and go and find this train because I'm quite excited about this and I'll tell you all about booking that, how much it costs and what you can do. So come on, let's get going. we've come out literally of the site. You can maybe just see the security gates there. And right here, there is a pub called the Brown Cow. Now they do food most lunchtimes and evenings. We might try it later today. I don't know how busy it'll be because it's the 27th of December, so it'll probably be absolutely packed. But that's the Brown Cow. And then just down here, so you follow the ramp down. Burrs Country Park is literally to my right over there, which we will go and do a little bit later. And down here though, you can see there's a cafe called the Lamp Post. Now here they have a coffee shop, they serve food, they do ice cream. This isn't where I got my Jersey Girls one from, but they have ice cream here. So literally you're just out of the site and there's options here. Now I have been told on the site that apparently to get to the railway, we need to head off in this direction. There's a path that cuts across here. I am told that's how I'm going to find the railway. So we're going to make our way and find out whether that is true or whether the team on the site were just having a bit of a laugh and sent us off on a walk. So let's venture down this way and I'll just tell you a bit about it. So the East Lancashire Railway line, it runs all through the year, most days. There's different timetables. I'm going to put a link down here, obviously, so you can check it out. On the railway, there's a choice of trains. You've either got the diesel or the steam train. Jules and I are going to get the diesel train to Rawtenstall, and then we're going to get the steam train back. And that is the plan. Now, in terms of cost, if you're stopping at the Caravan and Motorhome Club site, they have an offer where it's £25 for one day rover and you get another one free, and that's adult tickets. Children do go free. I don't know what age children that goes up to. There is a sign that says to the trains. So the site team were not having us on when we said this is the way you go. So this is how we get to the train. So to the train. So this is the Burrs Country Park stop. So £25 for two adults if you're staying at the club site for an all-day rover, and you can go from literally here down to Heywood or up to Rawtenstall, and that's what we're doing. We're going to Rawtenstall first of all, so hopefully we'll enjoy our train and we'll see what it's about. Right, so this is the path, let's follow it to the trains. We've made it onto the platform. I feel like something out of Harry Potter here. The railway line literally runs straight across us, and it is beautiful. There's lots of green space here. The club site is just down to the left-hand side as well, so you've got a nice sort of view of that from up here. So we're getting the 10:10 train. There's a little map actually here. So we're currently here at Burrs, so you can go north or south. Then you've got Bury here, and then Heywood, that's over to the east of Bury. And then Summerseat, Ramsbottom, Irwell Vale and Rawtenstall. So you can get off at these. The only thing is, if you do get off, there's a bit of a wait for like the next train. So because of that, Jules and I have decided just to get off up here, have a pot around here, then get the train back down to Burrs, and then we're going to do the country park itself. So we're not going to go all the way up and down the line today for us, so we're heading there. So what we shall do is wait for our diesel train. I'm a little bit more excited about the steam train, if I'm totally honest. I saw one yesterday and it looks absolutely brilliant, but as I say, those times, they're not, otherwise we'd be waiting about all day. So we're doing diesel, then steam. So yeah, I'll wait patiently for my train. Right, we've arrived at Rawtenstall. There isn't a great deal of amazing footage to show you of the train journey. There was a lot of Lancashire industrial estates, a water treatment facility, but I did see a heron. If you've ever been on the North Yorkshire Railway line across the moors from Pickering to Whitby, it's nothing like that. So we've arrived here, and what we're going to do is we're going to head into Rawtenstall, just get a coffee, and then we're going to come back and get the steam train, which I think's at 1 o'clock back. But there we go. So it's not the most scenic of journeys, I'm going to be honest, but for £25 for two of us to go up and down for the day, it's all right value for money. Right, I'm going to go get a coffee and I'll catch you in a little bit. We're back from the train, so that was the diesel train and the steam train. Well, what I'll say is, if you've not got much else to do and you just want to go on a train journey for like £25 for two of you, then go and do it. And there's other places to visit. I think maybe get off at some of the little villages and go for a little walk or something. But I've never seen so many train spotters in my life. They were everywhere filming those trains. So it's obviously a really popular thing. I found an M&S food hall. I'll probably, like, I say this every time, I'm probably the only person that goes to Marks and Spencer's and puts all the stuff in an Aldi bag. I don't even know how I've got an Aldi bag, because we don't even ever shop at Aldi. I prefer Lidl. Anyway, so we went to M&S food hall and, oh yeah, we got these on the train. They were giving them away. And we never give anything away in the north, but yeah, little mince pies. I don't actually like mince pies particularly, but I got those. And I got a duck wrap. I've eaten half of it already. And then I got these. M&S food hall, it's like love it or hate it, isn't it? And it's just rather expensive, but I got 3 packs of chicken for £12, which again, I don't think is an amazing value. But it's, oh, prawn cocktail crisps. Now, I do love prawn cocktail. Those are my favourites. I won't show you everything, but I got these. If you've ever been to M&S, these are like extra custard creams. And they also do like extra chocolate bourbon biscuits. Anyway, and these are cheap, actually. So I got those. And then, yeah, some chicken. This is nice, actually. I'll just show you this and then I'll give up. So, honey, look at this. Extra crunchy hot honey chicken tenders. They look okay. So, yeah, katsu chicken, southern fried chicken, bit of a theme. I'm going to put those away in the huge Thetford fridge that I love. Oh, my treat cupboard. I've not got much in here. You'll be disappointed. I've got Maltesers and I was so overzealous. I ripped my box, so to speak. Look at that. And then some other chocolate wafers. So my treat cupboard's looking a bit bare on this trip. I'm trying my best not to go too mad. Anyway. So yeah, I'll put these bits away and then Jules and I are going to head off into Burrs Country Park next to have a look at Irwell River and the sculptures. Hopefully the park is a little more exciting than the train journey. So right, I'll get my coat back on and we'll head off and take a look at Burrs Country Park. Right, we've made it off the site. Come out the site entrance and literally turn right. There's a gate to your right. That'll bring you into Burrs Country Park. So the country park, I believe, was actually set up in 1986 by the council. They bought the land, it was an industrial area, and they created this public space. And also dotted around, the River Irwell runs up, and dotted around, there's some of these sculptures, the Irwell sculptures. They span quite a large part of the north of the UK, and we have got 3 of them here, I believe. This is one of them. It's like a northern Stonehenge almost. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't know the full ins and outs of what the meanings of the sculptures are. I've not actually read up. Normally I do, don't I? But I've let myself down. But yeah, so the sculptures are here. The actual main part of the park is over there to my right, that's where Jules and I have walked in, and we're going to carry on walking up that bit, because if you walk up there, as well as walking around the park, you can cycle around as well if you want, obviously. There is a weir, so we're going to head up and have a look at the weir next over the River Irwell. Before we came out, I did test some of my Marks and Spencer's extra cream custard creams, and I think Marks and Spencer's need to give me a call because they were really disappointing. I said to Jules, where's the extra custard cream in these? So yeah, it was a 3 out of 10. They're just like normal custard creams, so a bit disappointing, but maybe we could work together and improve the biscuit and have one like about that big. Right, anyway, let's continue around the park and just take a look. So come on, off we go. And there we have it, that is Burrs Country Park Caravan and Motorhome Club site. We've had a look at the site itself. Jules and I went on the East Lancashire Railway. We took the diesel and steam train. In the description, I'll put a link to the train journey that we went on, also to the club site, and we've also had a wander around the country park itself. There are other walks to do in the area as well. I know a couple of you shared some things on our Facebook post about Burrs, and that includes some reservoir walks in the area, so do have a look at those for yourself. And also going into Bury Town Centre. Jules and I didn't get to show you that, but they do have Bury Market, which is a well-known market in the area, so there is lots to do. We didn't get to the Brown Cow pub. Again, there's been a number of recommendations for that, but we did try the Lamppost Cafe. We had a coffee and cake there. The cakes are very sickly, I can say that much, but the latte was very good. So hopefully you've enjoyed this one, a little bit quicker than normal as we've whizzed round over the couple of days. I'll put all those links in the description, and so as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.